morning, Central Standard Time, here in the North Kansas City, Missouri area in the Northland. How you guys doing? This is Mr. Gigi from the Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement Channel. Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement Channel. Make sure you guys come in, press the like button, and click the subscribe button. I appreciate it. Engage in the chat. I appreciate it. This is a random live stream. I do my little pop-ups. And just I had stuff on my mind. Stuff I wanted to talk about, stuff that comes and goes and shit. So I'm drinking me a little cold one. Got me a little bit of Modelo. You guys sit up here. Oh my God, it's early out. Why are you drinking? You're such a pussy. You got to realize the time periods in other people's areas are different than yours, okay? And you never know what a person's preference is, you understand? And that's my preference. Every now and then I choose to break open a cold one, take a shot or some shit like that. So, but anyways, make sure you guys click the like button as you come in. Click the subscribe button as you come in. This is the Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement Channel. Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement Channel. Now, it is early in the morning right here, Central Standard Time. So I got an appointment in about an hour, and I said to myself, let me see if I could squeeze in a live and shit, man, and cop a spot somewhere, So yeah, so I went and got a quick drink, and I said, let me have a seat real quick, buy some time real quick. So let me see how much time I got on here. Cool. So I got about 45 minutes, maybe an hour. So anyways, without further ado, I want to talk about, if you read the title very carefully, dating chicks with serious psychological problems. I want to say it again. The risk of men dating and having serious relationships with women who have serious, unresolved psychological problems, i.e., mental health issues, right? And there's not limited, but I'm just going to say a few. Number one is bipolar. Number two, schizophrenia. Number three could be a woman who actually, like ghost disappears, come back, they deflect, redirect. Also, narcissistic personality disorder, chicks who do not take accountability or responsibility. All that shit is showing that she got some type of mental health issue. You understand? And you guys got to understand too, I'm not mad at a woman who actually is seeking the therapy and seeking the help. I'm not mad at that, right? I've actually encouraged that. Where I'm pissed off at is the woman who know damn well she need therapy, who the woman who actually ends in denial about her having therapy. Many people who have addressed it to her, even psychologists, professionals, had addressed it to the crazy bitch, and she still makes up excuses and blame other people. You understand? All right. So you guys want to look at the term cluster B, right? Cluster B personality disorder. It's a list of personality psychological issues that are dwelling with the person. Depression or any type of shit. Because what they'll do is they'll try to decorate it as if nothing is wrong with them, or that's just a person, or that's just a culture, But when it all boils down to it, though, right? It's not just the person itself, no. It's just, the things they've been fucking exposed to, And they haven't came to the reality they need fucking help. They need therapy, man. They need medication, I told you guys on my Don't Date Single Mother video a long time ago how I was dating a single mother. And while she was asleep, I went into her cabinet. I snuck in that motherfucker, yeah, while she was asleep. Because I kept questioning and wondered, why is she getting angry all the goddamn time? Why is she getting pissed the fuck off all the time, just out of nowhere? And then after that, when I want to disengage from her, she hits with the, I'm sorry, I messed up, and then want to come back in. You understand? Make up, break up, make up, break up. Because see, the chicks with psychological issues, they have a tendency to do a lot of the make up, break up, make up, break up, make up, break up, right? Because they're not used to stability. They're not used to someone being stable in their life. They're not used to someone being kind or sweet to them or whatever. They do want it, but they're not used to it, And like I said, this stuff can go from any ranges. They could have been abused by an ex or abused by the family. You understand? Anything, They could have been molested as a child. I've seen a lot of that shit happen. Child molestation. sexual assault. I ain't seen. I've been involved with women who got kidnapped and shit. You know, I mean, it derives in a lot of shit, you guys. A lot of shit. You understand? And you just got to put yourself in that situation and ask yourself, do I want to be involved with this particular type of person? Will this type of person be of value to my life? You understand? It's going to be obvious that that person is not going to be of value to your life, because if all in all, that motherfucker's going to try to tear that shit down. I'm telling you. They go fuck that shit up. The moment they catch the relationship being like very, very stable, I've learned this shit, man. It's going to be stable. And you can be the most coolest motherfucker ever, man. Cool as hell, right? No arguments, no picking and fighting, no going through the phones, not suspicion if they got another man, another woman, whatever, right? Until something clicks on their head, right? You know what? This shit's been too calm. This shit's been too okay. You know what I got to do? I'm about to go ahead and actually start some shit. I'm about to fuck this shit up, man. I mean, just for real, you know? And what do you think happens, right? They destroy the moment. They destroy the relationship. They fuck that shit up. You understand? Every time, I'm telling you. Click the like button as you come in. Click the subscribe button as you come in. This is the Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement channel, right? I want to get those subscriptions up. I really, really appreciate it. I got somebody in the chat that just came in. Jesse Johnson, what's up with you? Good morning. Good morning, Jesse Johnson. How you doing in the chat? Jesse Johnson with a picture of a puppy or something on there says, that's all of them. And then he says, they are not sick, they're evil. I mean, look, man, shit is just what it is, shit. You know, they're fucked up in the head. They are fucked up in the head. But you got to ask yourself as the man, do you want to put yourself in a position to deal with somebody like that? You know, I mean, you got to have a lot of patience, you know. I was listening to an older radio version of Tom Likas, right? Remember I told you guys I'm a Tom Likas fan. And you can look it up, Tom Likas, bipolar chick, right? Or bipolar. And he was talking about how he actually experienced being with bipolar women, and he hurried up and got up out of the door. You understand? Got the fuck out of there. Because what they have a habit of doing is when you meet the women, they never disclose to you that they have psychological problems. No. No. It's more like they got to gradually talk to your ass so then they can get comfortable. Then they disclose that, hey, you know, I'm a crazy bitch, or I'm taking these pills, whatever. I'm seeking therapy, you know, whatever, right? But you would think that would be right to do right off the gate. Nah, man, they ain't about to tell you that shit. If anything, I've seen it where the chicks would know they got the problem. Just like a person has a disease. They got a disease, they got a virus. They're not going to tell you that shit, man. The only thing they want is the attention out of you, sex or the money, whatever. Same thing with psychological issues. The bitch is going to sit up here and she's going to pretend, I'm telling you, she's going to pretend that everything is okay. And until one day, right, like I said, the facade that she keeps on, that shit can only last for so long. That shit can only last for so long. Until one day, I'm telling you, man, one day, that bitch is going to go ahead and snap. All right? And she's going to get into an argument with you. She's going to fuck around on you, whatever, because they're not used to stability. They're not, man. If you are a calm and collective guy, you know if you're a calm, collective guy, you know, a guy that's more introverted, don't like a lot of attention whoring, a lot of people, whatever, right? If you're one of those guys, guess what's going to happen? She's going to try to disrupt that type of interference, man, that you got going on. She's going to fuck that shit up, man, for real. And then before you know it, you want her getting into arguments. You want her getting makeup breakups and shit. She's disappearing for days, hell, weeks, cutting out the communication, popping back up like nothing didn't happen. All the things you told her that you did not want in a relationship, she's actually accusing you of being the things that you didn't want, you know, or saying that you accuse her of actually being those things you didn't want, like, and you're like wondering where the fuck this shit came from. You understand? Where did this shit come from, right? So you're trying to reason with this bitch, but she didn't tell you. She did not tell you, hey man, look, I'm a schizophrenic motherfucker, or I'm bipolar, or I have a tendency to be depressed. I have a tendency to, you know, disappear and pop back up like nothing didn't happen. I have a tendency, right, to try to cut my wrists, or take a bungee cord and hang myself in the fucking bathroom when you're not there, you know. I've been on suicide watch. I've been in and out of prison. She didn't tell you these things. She didn't. But you're starting to see little quirks and little slip-ups here and there, man. Listen to me, I'm telling you. They can only hold that facade on for so long, man. They can. So what you can do, you got two options. Either A, if you're smart, hurry up and get the fuck up out of that shit in the relationship, in the dating situation, get the fuck out of there, right? Block her number, block her number. Don't go on the second date, third date, right? Or, right? You can still deal with her, but don't deal with her seriously. You can have sex with her from time to time, but do not have sex with her at your house. You don't bring her to your house. You don't let her know where your job is at, man, or any of that shit, man. Don't give her, certain things that are very important to you, man. You can go over her house. You can go over and get a hotel room, or Airbnb, whatever the fuck it may be. You can have sex with her, whatever, but you just don't take that woman seriously. She has psychological issues. You understand? I wouldn't recommend it. You understand? Now, there are some guys out there who really believe that they should feel sorry for a chick who has psychological problems and still deal with it. Let them deal with it, right? But they haven't understood the key thing that I say, Tom Likas say, and what a lot of people say is, that's their problem. Why should you make somebody else's problem your problem? I'm going to say it again. Why should you make another person's problem your problem? You understand? So let's think about this shit, right? Their problem shouldn't be your problem. If that bitch is fucking depressed and bipolar and shit, right? Your job shouldn't be in there to come in there and help her with her problems. No, that's some shit she got to solve on her own or around her support group. If she had a support group prior to you, trust me, man, some girlfriends, family members and shit, somebody, her own kids, if she's a single mom, whatever the fuck, she has some type of support group that actually told her, bitch, you need to go ahead and actually go to counseling, or you need to go to psychological therapy, you need to take your medications or whatever, right? You shouldn't be dating these bitches. They shouldn't be trying to get into no relationship, man. They just shouldn't, man. For real. I mean, some of you guys are stupid and be trying to get in relationships with these bitches. I don't know why. Why y'all trying to get in relationships with them, right? Especially if they're not doing the work to try to make sure they get the help they need, man. But the main thing is you guys got to acknowledge out here that there's a risk out here, man. I had one in Lawrence, Kansas, man, on the Kansas side, man. I had just got done fucking the shit out of this woman, man. We had a great time, the fucking, the sex, the making love, all that shit, went to sleep. And then I woke up, right, butt naked in her bed, 3 a.m. This bitch is sitting in her chair, right, at her computer chair, butt naked with a big ass knife. And it's dark, man. It was dark in the motherfucker. And I said, baby, what's going on? She said, what the fuck are you doing here? I said, excuse me? She said, you're not supposed to be here. She was butt naked with a big ass knife. I said, oh, shit. Right? And what I did was I slipped up. I did slip up. And she did tell me, she said that, hey, if I go a day without taking my pills, man, I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to remember what happened. I tendency to snap. So here my gullible, naive ass is, right, and I talked about this shit, right, that, it's no big deal. I said, asked her, right, how bad do you actually snap, right? How often does this happen? Just every now and then. I said, is it a bad snapping? No, it's minor. Trust me. What did I tell y'all before? When a bitch says she got psychological issues or a bitch says she's crazy, believe that bitch, okay? I don't give a fuck. If that bitch says she got psychological issues, behavioral issues, and she has a tendency to snap, don't underestimate it. Believe the bitch. Trust me, believe that bitch, okay? And so she got up with the knife and everything, and I'm like, fuck. So I hurried up and I took my boxers, put my basketball shorts on under the covers and shit, man, because I'm sitting up there like, I don't know if this bitch gonna try to cut my shit off or not, man. And I sat back and I said, I backed against the wall. I walked around towards the living room. I said, whew, I got out of the bedroom. And she's going off on a tangent. And I told her, I'm about to get ready to leave, man. Let me get the fuck up out of here. She dropped the knife. Why are you leaving me? Why are you doing this to me? I said, bitch, you said I'm not supposed to be here. You said I'm not supposed to be here. And you said, you didn't even say that. What are you talking about? And then after that, I'm like, fuck, man. So I started to leave out of the spot, man. And she begged and pleaded and shit. And I said, do you got your medication? I don't know that you got your medication. And she said, I don't know. I said, where do you keep it at? It's in my dresser. I looked in her dresser, and she was low on medication. I gave her the medication. I said, here you go, man. I don't know what the fuck the name of that shit was. Like I said, EZT, man, and shit, lithium. I don't know, man. But she took that shit in like under an hour, man. She took one pill. She was calm the fuck down, man. And what was interesting about that shit, the fucking son, right? He ended up snapping on me, man, telling me I need to get the fuck out of his house and shit, right? That's what I said. Don't date single mothers, man, out here, especially with teenagers and shit, man, that are damn near grown and shit, man. Don't do that shit, man. What the fuck you doing in my house? What are you doing to my mom and shit, man? And I was like, dude, your mom snapped out at me, man. I don't give a fuck, you know. And that told me there what happened was, right, the single mom with the psychological problems, guess what the fuck happened? What do you think happened with the son? See, what he did was he mastered what I call the art of manipulation. What is that? It's very simple. When he knows that his mom have an episode, right, and he knows for a fact that the boyfriend are out there, you got to remember there's a lot of what we call son husbands out there, right? They territorial just like us. Guys, they don't want us guys taking their territory. Fuck nah, man. So what do you think the son husband will do? You need to get the fuck out of my house. I said, this is your mom's house. What are you talking about, man? He just snapped. Me and him was on good terms, drinking, you know, a little beer here and everything. You know, he was like 17 going on 18 years old at the time, man. Shit, you know. And he snapped, man. And after the man snapped or whatever, or young boy snapped, man, you know, we got to the point we calmed the mom down and she got her shit and she left, man, and shit, and took me back to Missouri because at the time I didn't have my transportation with me. It was parked at the house. And we made arrangements for her to go ahead and take me back. But dude, during that ride, she, man, I went through hell during that ride because I was trying to get home safe from Kansas out to Missouri. Remember, she's in Lawrence, Kansas. I'm in South Kansas City. You fuckhead, what the fuck you doing in my house? You make me sick, you piece of shit. Fuck. You know, like she's going off on this shit. I'm like, God, just have her get me to that. I should pull over and kill us both right now. I said, you go ahead, right? Do what you need to do, right? And dude, I swear to God, this is the whole ride, man. We on the highway, right? Getting on I-35. Go look this up. Kansas City, Missouri, Lawrence, Kansas. Look up I-35, man. I'm not bullshitting about this, right? Okay. And I think it was what, K7 or some shit we took, and that was the highway, all right. And we got people coming in the chat. One guy named T Took say, well, salute, Mr. GG. Salute. What's going on with you, homie? General Purpose say, hey. And General Purpose say, oh my God, I've been there too. Yeah, I'm for real. Psychological issues, behavioral health. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, there's risk dating these bitches. So I wanted to talk about that, man. And I told y'all, the majority of the single mothers, they got serious psychological problems. Unresolved, I'm telling you this shit. Click the like button as you come in. Press that subscribe button. And help me get the subs up, you guys. I really appreciate it. This is the Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement channel. Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement channel, okay? I just thought I'd squeeze in some quick time because I got an appointment that's going on in a little bit, you know, so, you know, probably the next 30 minutes or so. So I just thought I'd bring this to your attention real quick, you know. But press that subscribe button, man. Subscribe all. Press that button and also share the channel. So we in the car. She going off at me, man. I'm wondering what the fuck's going on, man. And so one thing crazy person don't understand is when you get crazy. What the fuck you think I did? Man, that bitch made it to the Missouri side. She kept going off. Man, you fuckhead, you piece of shit. And I don't understand why you going to my house. I said, bitch, shut the fuck up. She said, huh? I said, don't you ever in your motherfucking life ever talk to me like that, you stupid fat bitch. I see why them guys ran through you. I see why the fuck you single as shit. Why are you talking to me like to shut your ass up? Because guess where we at? We in the Missouri side now. Bitch, you crossed the state line. I went off on that bitch. You slut, bitch. You hard, bitch. I hope you die. Bitch, I hope that your kids feed you rat poison in your food. Bitch, I just say that. I just say that. No, I'm just saying it all, bitch. You need to feel all this shit. Bitch, give me your steering wheel. We about to die today. Oh, my God. Y'all remember, Crazy people don't understand when the next person turned into crazy. You understand? Yeah, I had to pretend I was crazy. I had to, man. Shit. Oh my God. So we swerving on the road and shit, no, right? And she get back on the highway. Well, okay, I'll take you. Bitch, shut the fuck up for the rest of this life. You gonna take me fucking home, goddammit. We not far from my spot. You fucking disappointment. I see why the fuck, man, your kids' dads fucked you, man, both of them, man, and they left. They left and they not coming back and shit. Hell, they were smart. I'd make sure I wouldn't come back. If I was them, I'd kill myself if I was ever with your stupid ass, you stupid dumb bitch. She said, hey, why you say shit about me? It doesn't make sense. On the ride. I'm for real. She was on the ride doing this shit. And so we make it to the edge of South Kansas City, right? The ride gets quiet. Finally turns in. And I said, don't you ever in your motherfucking life talk to me like that and shit. I don't care what medications you off, what medication you take. Don't you ever talk to me like that and shit, right? But you didn't have to say that. I said, bitch, you started. You and your fucking son, right? And if I ever see your son on the street, I'm going to beat his ass, right? I'm going to beat the shit out of his ass, right? I'm going to have the homies come over to the house, man. And we going to whoop your son's ass right in front of you. And we going to hold you down so we can have you up. You would do that? Of course I would, you evil bitch. Shit. I got out the car and said, where's your cell phone? Give me my phone there. I was going to take that motherfucking phone she had. I was going to launch that motherfucker to the galaxy. You understand? Throw that motherfucker somewhere. Because we had these big ass around my complex. We got these big ass wire fences and shit. I would have seen if her fucking low down ass would have got over those goddamn fences and shit. Climb her big ass on them goddamn fences and shit. I would have laughed if she'd have climbed and fell. I would have laughed my ass off. Man, I soon walked in the safety of my home and shit, my little apartment and shit, closed the door. Whoo! I said, man, I'm glad, man. Listen, if I was a guy that never had my own spot, man, I would have been fucked, man. And that's why I advise on this channel, man. I don't care if you ain't got no transportation or not, man. Do everything in your power to keep your own spot, man. Do everything in your power to keep your own place, man. I'm telling you, man, for real. You might have to pay some high-ass rent, or you might be in low-income-based housing, man. Doesn't matter. Try your best to keep your own spot. Don't be staying with females, man. These females out here, they got the laws designed where they can kick you out at any motherfucking time. But you need to be in a position where you got your own spot, and you on the lease, you on the title, right? Not both y'all, you, where you can kick that bitch out at any time, or you can tell that bitch, if you're not satisfied, man, I'm about to go home. You know, and you can have, you know, chill in the luxury of your house. You don't have to deal with the woman with behavior health, unresolved psychological issues. I'm telling you that shit, man, for real. I'm telling you that, man, for real. But yeah, we got more people commenting in the chat, man. General Purpose says crazy ass women. Of course, crazy in the motherfucker. General Purpose said he laughed his ass off. Yeah, man, they hate that. Yeah, they do hate it. When you pretend that you crazy and you turn on they motherfucking ass, they sit up here and they like, oh my fucking God. Like, yeah, you got to. You fucking got to, right? I told y'all in my other video how a bitch man set up here and kicked me and my daughter out the house and shit, all because she got easily influenced. Like, women out here, if they're not strong minded, they get easily influenced by other women to make very bad decisions to fuck up their relationship. Always. They'll get bad information from women. They'll even get bad information from beta males, man. For real. Beta males and Captain Saver hoes, right? That'll come in their relationship be going good, and they will fuck that shit up. And I had a chick that kicked me and my daughter out at the time. Remember, I got my own spot. And she kicked me out because, you know, there was a time that my electricity is off. I just needed a spot to stay in. You understand? I crashed at the bitch spot and shit, and, you know, I'm over there, you know, fucking making love, all that bullshit. And then what do you think happened? Well, you need to go. Why? Well, I just changed my mind. I talked to my friend, and you and your daughter need to go. And I'm like, you're not going to explain to me why do you want us to go? She just kept laughing and hugging her kids, telling her kids she loved them and everything. I said, okay. Mind you, I'm cleaning the house, helping her, you know, with little bills here and there or whatever, right? Plus, I'm trying to save to get my electricity back on. Now, mind you, this is a bitch that actually was used to dealing with thugs or guys that like to make kids with multiple kids' mamas. You understand? That's what a lot of these bitches is used to. Thugs, bad boys, or dudes that like to make multiple kids by multiple kids' mamas and shit. Guys who call themselves pimps and max and all that shit, they come in and out their life. Because remember, guys are psychological. They got psychological issues too. Don't forget that, man. Anger issues, beating the fuck out of these chicks, all this shit, right? I left. So I leave. I go to the homeless shelter. It was an all women and family shelter. Luckily, I got in because I had my daughter with me, man. Right? So remember, there's a majority of women in there, and I got my daughter. So remember, it's a women's and family shelter. Remember, in the Matrix, they don't have no all men and family shelter. No, it's mostly all women and family shelters. You understand? So make sure you understand that, right? And I can't stay around my place while my electricity's off. I stay in that motherfucker, let's say for 3 weeks. They got a grant and helped me get my electricity on. So we got the electricity on. And I told my daughter, baby, I think we got electricity on, right? I called up the electric company to verify. And I was in the city of Independence at the time, Independence, Missouri. You can go look that up. And I called them up, and my daughter was like young. She was like 5 years old at the time, 4 or 5 years old. I said, so right, we got the electricity on. She said, huh? We got electricity? I said, yeah. She said, yeah. We started dancing and hugging and shit. Said, we got it. So we got on the bus, right? We happy. We got our own spot, right? And I'm glad my daughter handled it like a champ, because we got tired of like getting with chicks that had psychological issues that kicked us out. Like, yeah, we got kicked out multiple times, man, because either they had like another dude on the side or they got influenced by other chicks, man. It's just what it was, right? I'm a pretty easy person to live with and everything, and I'm not saying I'm a fucking angel or I'm perfect, but within reason, man. Come on, you don't kick a man out with his kid and everything, especially if he's not arguing with you, cheating on you and shit, beating your ass and shit, any of that dumb shit, man, or whatever. And so I make it back to Independence. We go to my spot, and I cleaned the fuck out of my spot. Cleaned it. It was already clean, but I cleaned it like even more. My daughter did her little chores. She's 4 years old at the time. 4. Okay. And what do you think she did as a 4-year-old girl? She helped me mop, and we started our little barbecue, right? And I'm going to tell you how karma works. I talked about karma on another video. Guess what the fuck happened? This is like 30 days later, dude. It was like, I want to say first week of May. This was some years back, right? I want to say my daughter was 15 years old now. I would say this is about a strong 10 years ago, something like that, 10 years ago, right? Make sure you guys click that subscribe button as you come in. Press the subscribe, man. Subscribe to the channel. Press the like button, too. I appreciate it, all right? But what do you think happened, man? That bitch called me up on a random number, and I said, hello? Hey, how you doing? Remember, it's like 30 days later. Mine, she got Section 8 and shit, right? And I'm at the time, I'm in income-based housing. I'm in a nice townhome, right? There's low-income-based housing where you can stay in nice-ass spots for a little bit of nothing, depending on your income at the time. How you doing? I'm like, who is this? I play stupid. Who the fuck is this? This is so-and-so. I'm like, who? It's so-and-so. And I said, what, I don't know who you are, So, I'm sorry, I know a lot of those people. I hung up the phone. She called back like 3 times, and I picked up. What do you want? You remember me? Your daughter stayed with me in my house and everything. I said, we did? Yeah, what's your name? It's me, so-and-so. You remember my son and everything? I said, okay, fine. So I humored the bitch, right? Let me take a little drink. I asked her. So go ahead. What do you want? She said, well, I don't live in my house right now. I'm not there. I said, why? Well, remember the guy that I told you I got with another guy after me? I said, you didn't tell me that shit. This is new to me. Well, I did. And he ended up chasing me out of my house while I was butt naked with a knife, and I can't go back to my house anymore. I said, where's your kids at? They're here with me. And I said, well, that's what you chose after me. I mean, you didn't want the stable life with me. I had my own place. The only thing you needed to do is ride it out till I get my lights back on and shit. Mind you, we at my spot. I'm drinking a cold beer like I'm drinking now. Man, we barbecuing. We smell like bleach and pine sol. You know, because when you got your electricity out, man, you got to clean your refrigerator, clean your deep freezer, all that shit, right? Or whatever, right? You know, even if you didn't be there, right, and you're already clean, I always do extra cleaning, all right? Because like I said, I keep a clean spot. Okay, what the fuck you think the bitch did? Are you crazy? I'm not going back there. I told him, why don't you go back to that motherfucker? That's what you want. Are you crazy? I don't want to go back to him. Why would I go back to somebody like that? Because that's somebody you chose over myself. Remember, you put yourself in that situation. You put you and your kids in harm's way, right, for a man that you thought that can get your panties wetter than I could. Now you did it. Now you in that situation. Now where you at now? I'm at a women's, battered women's shelter and everything. Where's it? I think it's here in Independence. I said, okay. So they do care about you. So why don't you stay there? Are you crazy? They don't care about me. They don't give a fuck about. If they don't care about you, don't give a fuck about you, you wouldn't be making phone calls to me now, would you? You wouldn't be having your kids stay there with you, would you? I don't want to be here. Then, hey, you need to go figure that shit out on your own. Go back to the dude who you left me for, the crazy motherfucker, and ask him, can he put you in the fucking place? I'm tired of you saying that. I'm tired of you calling my phone. You calling me up after you kicked me out of your house in the cold. Now, me and my daughter, we back in our house. Our electricity is on. We barbecuing. I'm having a cold-ass beer. So you need to get the fuck off my phone, bitch. And go seek a counselor. Go seek whatever the fuck. Bye, bitch. Got off the phone. You see where I'm going with this? A lot of these chicks with psychological problems, they get easily influenced by other females. See, she said she had another female that she got easily influenced by. And when she got easily influenced by the other female, what do you think happened? They put her in a position where she decided to break up with me and shit, though, leave me alone, kick me and my daughter out of the house. Thought the fish was better on the other side of the sea. You understand? So once she did that shit, you know, just caused a big ass fucking goddamn controversy to what was going on and everything. And now that was karma. She thought that the grass was greener on the other side, man. And trust me, most cases, man, this dating world is raw out here. There ain't no grass is greener on the other side, man. For real, you go out there trying to see, I need to dump this good ass man just to find a badass man and then come running back to him. That shit ain't about to happen, man. Shit. By then, yeah, I was single, man. I don't like entertaining rebounds, right? Like I go out and just start fucking bitches after a relationship. I like to spend time by myself, man. I'm a loner, man. I'm an introvert. So what I would do is I spend time by myself, reflecting on what the hell happened, so I could get myself psychologically straight, you know. I'll even go on the rim to try to reach out to a damn counselor to see if anything's wrong with my ass. And of course, 90%, 95% of the time, counselors like to fuck with me, man. I got a sense of humor. They like to fuck with me, y'all. They do. They sit up here and I call them, man, am I crazy for leaving this bitch and shit, man, alone? They called me back after she left me for another man. And they sit up here and they tell me silly stuff. Well, I don't see why that would be crazy. That seems pretty sane to me. I said, but I thought I was crazy because I keep thinking about this shit. Nonsense. You're not crazy, okay? Now, listen, I got other people to deal with and everything. You got any other questions? I just want to verify if I'm crazy. There's something wrong with my ass, right? Because I keep having goddamn women leaving my motherfucking ass for other dudes and disappearing on me, ghosting me, or pulling knives on me and shit, or yelling at me for no reason and shit. They laugh their ass off, right? And I said, I think God got a magnet inside of my ass for life to say, I'm going to have him attract women with psychological problems and crazy bitches. I mean, I told these therapists, man, they laugh their ass off. They tell me, get the fuck out of my office, man. I'm for real, man. These bitches are nuts out here, man. They are fucking nuts, right? But yeah, so I sent her on her way, man. She need to go back to that dude that she left me for, you know? And I had many women with behavioral health problems that left me for another guy because they got influenced by another female, or they seen what we call sparkly object syndrome, where they thought that the sparkly object, the other guy who was hyped up, he was a better option, you know, female hypergamy. But they found out the hard way that what glitters ain't gold, man. What glitters ain't diamonds, man. None of that shit, man. And it was a crock of shit. He treated her like garbage, you know. And then usually they come running back to me, or they go ahead and drop what we call hints and roundabout subliminal messages, you know. And you know what you got to do, you guys, is don't feed into the subliminal messages. Don't feed into the roundabout ways. If a woman really wants you back, right, she needs to come to you correct, man, and say, look, I fucked up, man. You know, hey, I really apologize for my behavior. Not I'm sorry. I apologize for my behavior, and it has to be a genuine apology. And here's why. And they have to explain themselves, man. You know, verbatim, not through text. No, like sit down over the phone or on video or in person. Schedule an appointment in person and sit down with you and talk to you as a woman. She got to put it all out there. But she got too much pride, ego, arrogance, all that bullshit, right? All that shit, psychological issues too. You know, for real, all that shit. She can't put her pride, ego, and arrogance down, man. And she can't talk to you, man. Hey, even if the bitch says, well, I'm scared. I was scared at the time. And I'm scared of your rejection. I'm scared because you're going to shut me. Bitch, put it out there on the line. You got to put in work. You want a relationship to work. You want a man to work, man. Man wants somebody who actually going to show an effort. That's just what it is. You showing zero effort, acting like you scared, acting like that your ass can't go ahead and make any risk. Guys don't want to see that shit. Nah, for real. Because by then, while you acting scared and not talking to that man, right, you basically saying that, hey, I'm going to hand the guy off who I want shit to work out with to another woman. It's kind of like Bill Belichick of the Patriots, okay? Handing the Kansas City Chiefs off his whole playbook of what the hell they going to do prior to the Super Bowl to win the Super Bowl. Why would you give your other team your playbook? You understand? Why would you give the other team the opportunity? You understand? It's competition out here, man. You know, if you want somebody, you got to do what you got to do. You understand? And even if you got psychological issues, I respect. I'm going to say it again. I respect the person who's actually doing the work and doing what's needed to be done in order for them to get themselves healed, get themselves help. You understand? Seek a counselor. Seek therapy. Admit that you're wrong. Admit that you fucked up, right? Apologize. Don't say I'm sorry. Apologize, right? All right, come out from out of the curtain, man. Fuck that shit. That hiding, being scared shit, man. Yeah, that's how many relationships come to an end, man. That's how a lot of people fuck up, man. You know, for real. Because of the simple fact that they don't know how to admit that they're wrong, admit where they fucked up. You understand? Put the pride, put the ego and arrogance to the side. I made a video about pride, ego, and arrogance. You'll see it with the thumbnail with Joker and Batman. You know, where Batman grabbing up the Joker, and Joker represents pride, ego, and arrogance. And Batman's representing that. Hey, you got to grab that pride, ego, and arrogance and shit up like a little bitch, and you got to handle that motherfucker, man. You take control of it. Don't allow it to take control of you. Men or women, doesn't matter. Don't let pride, ego, and arrogance, right, put you in a position where you got to submit to it as a bitch. You got to go ahead and control it. Don't let it control you. You understand? All right? And if you got psychological issues unresolved, man, go seek some counseling. Go seek some help, man. Listen, a lot of these places give out free therapy, man. Or a lot of them give you grants, man. There's grants that'll pay for the therapy for you. Also, some of your healthcare insurance providers actually will cover the psychological therapy, cover the psychological counseling. You understand? All right? And all you guys seeking like counseling and counselors for like a week or, you know, a day or whatever, man, sometimes you got to ramp it up, man. 5 days a week, you understand? 4 hours a day. Whatever it takes for you to get that shit done, man, or whatever, right? You know, I seen women who was on the Kevin Samuels show seeking counseling and therapy for over 20 years, right? And Kevin Samuels asked, why the fuck are you still seeking therapy? That's a lot of years. Well, I'm just going just to be going and shit. You know, at that point, you should start seeing the results that you want to see in your life, right? You should start seeing it from an impact on new relationships, your dating, interpersonal communications with people on your job, communications on people in your daily life, you know, at your children's school, whatever, right? You should start seeing results. If you're going for like 20 years, my opinion, you should have been done, found a new counselor. You understand? You should have found a new one. You don't go to therapy just to go ahead and hear somebody talk, man, you know, and show face. No, you go there to get the results. And if you're not getting the results that you need, trust me, man, you need to go to either to another therapist, or you need to increase the amount of days, or you need to reevaluate your situation. You understand? You know, because when it all boils down to it and all said and done, man, this is for your best interest. This is for your better benefit. You understand? So make sure you guys too, man, when you run into a woman with psychological issues, man, ask yourself, is it worth me taking this bitch serious, or is it worth me dumping that whore and going somewhere else, right? Or do I just handle her short term? Hit it, put the condom on, hit it, quit it, get the fuck out of there or whatever. You can deal with her on a sexual basis, but make sure you understand there's some risk into it. Don't let that bitch know where your house is or any of that shit, right? You go over her house, go get an Airbnb or go get a hotel, you know, or go over somebody else's spot, man. Just don't let her know where the fuck you stay at, man, for real. Because shit, she liable to snap at any time. And here's a bonus too. I'm gonna throw this out there. This is the bonus before I end the video. They have a habit. Make sure you click the like button and the subscribe button, right, so you can hear the bonus. Click the like button, click the subscribe button. I'm gonna give you the bonus. They have a habit the first 90 days to 6 months of being on their best behavior, from 30 days to about 90 days, right? Right, they're on their best behavior, and then you throw it out to 6 months. They're on their best goddamn behavior, right? That's called the honeymoon stage. The honeymoon stage where you feel like that, or believe that this woman is the best, right, that you can do. I want to marry her. I'm ready to get in a relationship, until you start seeing little quirks, like the bitch start lying. Like a bitch who's an habitual liar and holds in secrets, yeah, that bitch got psychological problems, yeah, because she holding too many secrets. She lies. She's very passive aggressive, yeah. Cluster B shit. Look up what cluster B is. Psychological issues, unresolved. Okay, all right, but they be on their best behavior first 30 days, and then all the way up to 6 months. Like I said, 9 days, 6 months, somewhere within that window, it gives you a sneak peek of who the fuck you gonna be dealing with in the future. Just a sneak peek. And then you actually ask yourself, do I want to deal with this particular individual long term? You understand? Because we all gonna have flaws. All of us, we gonna have flaws, we're gonna have problems, right? But a person with psychological issues and behavioral health, that's a different ballgame. That's a different animal. And you need to ask yourself, as a man, as a person, do I have the patience to deal with this particular type of person long term? You understand? All right? Because when you start seeing the problems and issues, the lying, the holding in secrets, the passive aggressiveness, the subliminal messages and shit, and she's not coming to you direct, you know, up front, right? Confessing her fucking sins and shit, you know, admitting that she's wrong and taking accountability and responsibility. You don't see none of that shit. You got to ask yourself, especially if there's a major problem that come up, major serious problem that come up, major problem, you got to ask yourself, do I want to deal with this bitch long term? Is this somebody I could see myself with long term? Okay, and even short term, if I just want to hit it and quit it, do I want to continue hitting it and quit it? Do I want to continue sticking my pole in all of her holes? Because like we said, crazy bitches, they get the best sex, man. I'm telling you, that bitch will let you stick it anywhere and also bust anywhere, for real, and do whatever she wants. Is this true? Women don't like to hear that shit, man, but it's true. Crazy bitches, a bitch with psychological problems, usually, in most cases, that bitch give the best sex ever, boy. She'll send your ass to the moon, have your ass discovering the whole universe, I'm telling you, right? She'll be doing shit in that room and experimenting, man, in ways that you wouldn't even expect. And she's willing to do it, and she will both start off liking it and loving it. You'll be surprised, man, I'm telling you. These chicks are freaks out here. Monstrous freaks, man, for real. And she'll have your ass fall in love and she'll put that sex on you, put that pussy on you, suck your dick real good, stick it in the ass and shit, jack off real good, right? Bust on the face, all this shit, and then get you to the point, man, that, hey, man, I'm ready to settle down with her. I like her. She cooks, she cleans, and all that shit. And she got all the qualities of a wife, man, but she doesn't have the qualities of a stable, mental-minded person. She don't have the qualities of a stable, mental-minded person. That's what you want. Somebody who's stable, all right? Fuck all the freaky shit. The freaky shit can come with any woman, but if she don't have the mindset of a stable-minded woman that knows how to make her own decisions and make her own risks and own sacrifices, that actually can submit to a man, who can actually cooperate with a man, that's not the bitch for you, boy. If she's rebellious, argumentative, like to be masculine, that's not the bitch for you. She want to be the dude of the relationship. She want to double down on her fucked up decisions and shit. That's not the woman for you. That's not the bitch for you. You understand? That's my alarm that went off. That's not the woman for you. That's not the bitch for you. That's not the hoe for you. Whatever, man. For real. Gotta remember, you guys, all women ain't the same. No matter if it's here in the Matrix, also too, women outside the Matrix, in traditional countries. You understand? Thailand, Brazil, Ukraine, whatever, man. You understand? Philippines, right, man? Mongolia, you know? All right, Cambodia, whatever it may be. You understand? Romania, you understand? Eastern Europe, Greece, don't matter, right? You still got to vet them carefully and make sure they are for you. Don't settle, man. Settle for the best, man, not the rest. I'm going to say it again. Settle for the best, not the rest. I'm telling you, vet aggressively. Vet that bitch. Make sure she's for you. I'm telling you. For real. A lot of them got psychological issues. They will hide that shit. They hide it very good, man. For real. But she can only hold on. She can only hold on to her disguise for so long. You understand? I'm sorry, you guys. The phone just rang and shit. You know, I'm sorry. The phone got interrupted. But anyway, she can only hold on to that facade and the disguise for so long. She can only hide her psychological issues and her facade for so long. She only can. But anyways, let me go to the chat. General Purpose laughing his ass off. He said, yeah, they hate that. And the last thing he said is, and watch out. They can make you crazy too. Of course, they will make you crazy too if you allow it. But don't allow it. On this channel, I don't want you to allow that shit. You understand? That's all I'm saying. Don't allow that shit. So, but anyways, this is the Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement channel. Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement channel. Click the like button as you leave. Click the subscribe button as you leave. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to get my subs up to over 1,000. I'm getting pretty close, but I get more people just come to the channel and don't subscribe. I don't know why, but you know, I don't know. I got some things working in the background where I'm gonna try to force people to subscribe in a whole nother way, you know. So, but make sure you share the channel, man. We gonna see though, man, for real, because I gotta get them up there, man, for real. Shit, you know. I like putting out these lives out here, man, and I like my audience, man. I really appreciate my squad, my MGTOWs, my Red Pillars, and also, too, my Passport Bros, my SYSBM, and Global Travelers. I really appreciate you guys, man. So anyways, you guys, take it easy. Stay tuned. I'll talk to you soon. Keep taking your daily dose of red pills. I'll talk to you soon. And for God's sakes, too, make sure you weigh out the risks dealing with a bitch who has serious unresolved psychological problems. Talk to you soon. Goodbye. Mr. Gigi, I'm out.